Alright everyone, so here we are on Thursday's new session, and we had a really good trade today. And yeah, I would really like to, break this trade down to y'all. So let's start from the bigger time frame, the weekly one. I just noticed that we have taken these 2 weeks lows, all the sell side liquidity, and we are inside this bullish fair value gap. We are respecting this bullish fair value gap. So what do? I go to the daily time frame, and this is Thursday. So Thursday's low has taken all the sell side liquidity and is respecting the bullish fair value gap, right? So what is gonna be our next draw? The next draw is gonna be the previous day's high, right? So the bias of today was really bullish, right? So I go more on the lower time frame, on the 4 hour. I look for some sort of fair value gaps that I want market to, if there are bearish fair value gaps in this expansion from here to here, then I want these fair value gaps to be getting disrespected, and bullish fair value gaps to be getting respected, right? That's what I wanted to see. But on the 4 hour time frame, unfortunately, we are not really seeing so many fair value gaps right there. So what do? Going to the 3 hour. Not really a fair value gap. Going to the 2 hour. Now right here we have seen this fair value gap. This is a very significant fair value gap. The market is, closed above it and then went back down. Look how perfectly it is respecting the consequent corresponding of this 2 hour fair value gap, making this fair value gap an invariant fair value gap in order to go higher. So market instantly goes higher. And look, this is what I want you to, focus that the market didn't take that high. It didn't take that high, and it came down to retrace. This is a retracement from here to here. So when market does it, I have very much experience of knowing where the unfinished business is actually. So when the market retraced, right? So now coming to the 50-minute time frame, this is the 9:30's opening. Let me mention it. So I actually came to the charts right over here, somewhere over here, not really there or wherever. So I see that we haven't taken that high, and we have even left the equal highs right there above. So we have equal highs over here, and the market is retracing. So initially when I came to the new session and I started my live stream, I wanted market to completely retrace from this low to that high. What I wanted I wanted market to take this low and still respect this fair value gap and dip back down inside this OTE level. But then later on I was like, no. Why? Because if we see the fib from that high to this low, then we are also respecting the OT level from this low to that high. And this low is a significant low because this low is respecting this 2 hour fair value gap perfectly, right? So what do? I don't look for that low anymore. So I this is the 30-minute time frame, right? I wait for market to reject from this area. This is the 30-minute time frame. I wait for market to reject the OTE level area, and then I used this 5-minute fair value gap as my entry. The entry was somewhere over here. Let me show you my executions. So yeah, I used this over here as my invariant fair value gaps entry. I enter over here. I set my stop loss just below this low because this low is respecting the OT level from this low, which is a significant low from that high. That's our target, right? setting the stop loss just over there, I noticed that at the 10 a.m. opening. Now the thing is that from 9:30 to 10 a.m. market does accumulation, and then 10 a.m. to 10:45 or somewhere like there, the market is performs manipulation, and then when the session closes, market does the distribution, right? So I noticed that at the 10 a.m. we dip back down inside this 30-minute fair value gap I showed you earlier, right? And we are expecting its consequent engagement really good. So I take my entry, I take another contract right there, another entry, and the market sells off, completely going higher and higher. And now there is another fair value gap. This is, I feel like, which one? 1 hour? Yeah, this is a 1 hour fair value gap that I want market to, make this an invariant one in order to go higher and take those highs. So I notice how perfectly market is respecting this fair value gap and making it an invariant in order to go higher. So I take another execution right there, and then we have this fair value gap. This is a 30-minute fair value gap. I feel like when market retrace back down, I take another execution right there, and eventually we reach those highs and I close my trade right there. So yeah, this was a really great today. We took this trade. I actually took this trade on my paper trading account because recently I've just breached my funded account that I worked on over the years and even got it funded. I am a funded trader, yeah, but I still don't really have money for another Proforms account, so I'm just pip trading for now. And hope you guys liked it and learned something from it. And make sure to check out the stream in where I took this exact trade. I I was breaking down every scenario and how to take this trade, so y'all should really check that out. Gonna be much for information right there, so hope you guys liked it, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for the incoming live streams, and I hope you guys gonna subscribe for real. So see ya, peace out.